Hey everybody, just out here with the Jeep, just seeing maybe what I can make a video on. Parts online and gotta order stuff. Wondering if I'm gonna order the head gasket and all the gaskets for the oil pan and the intake, or if I'm gonna order the radiator. Pondering on which one I'm gonna order, and then those videos will be coming soon. See about someone on the front of the Jeep putting the grill back on it, getting the front end back together. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do a video on today. So get you a good look at the Jeep here. Open up the hood here, and that black piece goes, and then it's what the headlights actually mount to. So I'll get that over here and start mocking it up, take the headlights off of it real quick. So that's what it looks like with the grill and headlight in it. Give you a good look of it. So went and got that all up in there, just sitting there balancing, but it's in there. Give you a real quick update on the front of the Jeep here. Run into town and get that hardware to button up front end, and when I returned it was getting pretty late. There was like a half an hour left of sunlight, so went and buttoned it up in that half an hour. Got the bracket right here put back on that holds the bottom of the header panel assembly. Tight now, got all the bolts put in across the top. One bolt that's over here is broken. Go pop the hood and I'll show you. Your hood latch and these is down here. Pull it back and your hood opens. Got your hood release here, about 3 inches from the J in the Jeep. You just pull it back. So got this support bracket that gives you all your details on. Got 2 6mm by 1.0mm bolts right here. 2 over here, and then there's 2 that hold your assembly on right here. Your header panel. Then you got 1 that holds your headlight up in here. There's, look at that bracket that holds to the bottom. There's a bolt in here under the grill right there. This part's broken of the header panel that I got to replace the one off Marketplace. They'll probably fix that. Yeah, that's what the front of the Jeep looks like, all buttoned up and back together. We're going to be working on this side right here. Down here under the bottom is broken on that header panel. So we'll be replacing the corner. We got a 16 gauge sheet metal. We'll take a piece of cardboard and trace out the contour of the light, put it at the bottom. There's a metal bracket. I don't know if you can see that. We'll put one of those nuts that goes over it and holds itself there. I'll show you that in a second here. Got that, and then there's a hole up under the light. You can put a screw through there and then one here, and it should hold it to the body pretty tight. Probably better than the plastic would. Let's get on that right now. So here's that piece of sheet metal that I picked up, the 16 gauge. It's up from Ace Hardware. And I got a piece of cardboard to make the template out of. We'll get to tracing that out and get the holes laid out and cut that piece of metal out and get it all bolted out. All the bolts for the front grill, this type of bolt with your captured washer. The factory ones, the washer was like twice that size, but I couldn't find any just at the local hardware store. Then this is that style of clip I was talking about where we'll slide it over that bracket and it'll hold itself there. So I got my cardboard in there, got the contour traced around it, went and found that bolt hole up in there, do off that bracket, but then I need to find the one that's in the headlight. So I got the shape traced out on this piece of cardboard and the hole right here that I'm gonna make. So let's get that put on this piece of metal right here, get the cardboard shape cut out, put it on the piece of metal. Got that piece cut out, and let's transition it to that piece of sheet metal. So line everything up like that, follow this line right here. So that's the shape, and we'll get the screw holes transferred. But yeah, let's get that cut out with a grinder here. Got my battery powered grinder here. Let's cut it out. Got the main shape cut out here. Get this area cleaned up, the side that is cut, the holes drilled, and get her on the Jeep. Gotta change out to a flap disc on my grinder. Got my flap disc on my grinder here, and let's clean it up. Got that all cleaned up. Edges are deburred. Those holes made. So let's see if I got lucky enough for all my holes and everything to be lined up. Got that plate bolted in. Holds everything together pretty firm. Maybe see if I can fix this. So this side's all tight up in there. Everything's tight down here. It's just headlight area moves a little, so let's see what we can do about that. Went and drilled a hole down in here, and I'm going to put one of these fender bolts in here. Got a bigger washer, covers that whole area up. Got that in there. It should hold everything without wiggling. Front end looks pretty good though. Pretty soon it'll be ready for a bumper build when we get the motor in. Quick update on the 4.0 Renix build here for that Grand Cherokee. Went and picked up a new head gasket for the Renix. Went and picked up the intake and exhaust manifold gasket, and then I got an oil pan gasket and rear main seal gasket, so I'll be replacing those here soon. Drain the oil here, replace the rear main seal, and decide when I'm going to pull the head off. A bunch of moisture in there and get a bunch of rust build up. That's a good look at the 4.0. I'll go show you the gaskets that I picked up. So here they are. Got the rear main seal replacement. There's the part number for it. What your rear main seal looks like. You pull the last bearing cap on your crankshaft This part goes up into the block, and this part goes into the cap. And then I got the manifold gasket and exhaust gasket here from Felt Pro also. Thing I got's from Felt Pro. There's your part number and info about it. And then I got the head gasket also from Felt Pro. Nice steel lined one. There's your info on it, its part number and everything. Then I got the oil pan gasket for the Renick. They say to go with your original Renick head gasket, just what all the forums say. Then I got the high output intake gasket. This for the Renicks because it goes inside of the block and your bearing cap. And then the oil pan for the Renick. So, hey, I think that's going to be the end of the video here. Went and buttoned up the front of the grill and got that one light fixed on the video here. So, went over a little bit on the motor, what the plans are for that and what parts I've got for it. So, we'll be getting more parts for that soon. So, hope you guys liked this video here. Hope you guys will like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hope you're liking what you see. Hope you're liking what you see. Thank you. Hey, I think it's going to be the end of the video here. We'll wrap it up right here. Went over and pinned up the front end of the Jeep there. Went and fixed that driver's side light assembly with a bracket that we went and made on the video. Front end's all pinned up. We'll be maybe coming up with a plan on what the bumper will look like. Also went over and showed you what parts I went and picked up for the engine rebuild, the head gasket and everything. So hope you guys are liking what you see here. Hope you guys will like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hope you guys like the videos you see, and see you in the next one. Thank you.